There are more possibilities of what we share before our own very eyes, and I must say it without consideration. That is, this very victory that we all spread across the globe is now making more sense. One may say, what is happening? Manana magwage nke wezi okuni ife niile in Mexico ka o kwesịrị imezu. And that is what we have been chasing. Big dreams, big elevation, big victory. A point in time will come when everybody will get to see that the fight and struggle that we have been making is for good. Big elevation. One may say, kedu ife ekwute ọfụma? The other person will come and say, nke ekwuvelu, nke ekwulu. Now, get involved with all the struggles, all the possibilities that we are doing, and everything that we have put in position. One may say, this is just the very beginning. And by so doing, we can now come to a large extent of understanding, of getting involved with what is already on ground. So I jukwa onwe anyị ajụjụ anyị kwesịrị ịghọtakwa na nke emere tata wee meta ọfụma bụ nke emere echi. And that's where the struggle is. So, without losing it all and without throwing this communication backward, we must understand that the gameplay that we spread, the gameplay that we share is more or like a very big understanding. Too much source, too much understanding, too much breakthroughs. And that's where the message lies on. So, everybody na-agazi kita tezile ezigbo aka, but the bet has been set. Everybody will get to understand the biggest dream in which we have been spreading, in which we have been saying. Maka chi nkorobịa, maka onye kwuru okwu kwesịrị ịghọta nke ị na-ekwu. One of the biggest part of it all is rendering what makes more sense. And in just these few minutes, we can now realize the biggest truth, how it is, how the struggle has been going. So, let's calculate these things that has been said. Now, ewepụgo Biafra kịta ọ bụ n'ebe o kwesịrị ịdụ. Ọ na-emalụ. Ewepụgo ya udo ebe o kwesịrị ịdụ. Ndị ebe o kwesịrị ịdụ kịta ogene n'ime ọnọdụ niile. There's a bigger situation, and that situation room must be engaged properly. This is just the very beginning. The very mind-blowing that most of you have failed to comprehend is the biggest part of this message, which is continually exchanging facts, putting in measures to achieve Biafra. Now let me give you a little knowledge of what has happened in the history of Biafra so far, as this woman UN leader has now begun the very discussion. You see, we have gone far with this. Otego, I go. And if I was me, I can equal on call to keep quitting. Equal on cause or to keep quitting. One thing is very important. As we march through this very exchange, possibilities that has to be done. Everyone must understand that the gameplay is well defined. And whether you like it or not, everything that we preach, everything that we say, everything that we carry becomes a divine force. Rome was not built in a day. Of course, that's what they keep telling us. But those things are lies. Lies upon lies. They are telling you so that they will give you more encouragement, so that you keep fighting for Biafra and you end up not getting it for generations. But unless you follow the right course, tell them that you are not here for war, but you are here to win a possible knowledge, which must be Biafra must be communicated properly, engaging sufficiently, and putting words together without undermining what should be ahead of us. So if we are physical with the things that we share, we must say this, and we must say this, that most exemptly, with due calculations, everybody can now see that we are not the ones that should be called in the problematic nation. Because whether they like it or not, we are still convinced that our freedom is more calculated. So, Umuchineke, I'm happy that Biafran knowledge is now physically proactive, physically calculated, and more in good form, possibly in good formation. And that's what brings me to this possible knowledge of what have you. So, now that they are now speaking for Biafra after so many definitions, we must define sexability in all course, and that's what makes sense. You know, pushing ourselves more defined, prolonging ourselves in a very different way. So that's just